Hello. I slept 14 hours and I've had to redo this video like several times because I keep making mistakes. I'm so sorry. So, yes, if you watch my rust rotation video for March 5, 2026, you might notice I'm falling asleep as I'm talking. Just consistently look at me. You see like I'm like... Everything I said, though, I'm pretty sure there wasn't any mistakes. I think I did perfectly fine showcasing and talking. Cool. But I had to go to sleep. And I slept so much, unfortunately, I was late to even point out the first 24 hours of sales. So, yeah, 26.5. And what you're about to see will be even later because we're now 27 hours in. So let's go take a look. Boom. Yeah. But still, we can look at all the skins, point out what potentially could be the best investment for this week. We could point out which of these skins might help us walk away with some sweet, delicious looking profit. For it is the predictions video. So, just to remind you, if you want to get a good look at all those brand new skins, consider watching the rust rotation video. Also, consider right now it's March. As we go through March and April, we tend to see the player count drop off. It's a routine thing that happens every single year. We are aware, with less people playing, prices are expected to drop off. We're about to experience the Easter dip. So March and April, but after that, summertime. So usually around July and August, we'll see prices improve ever so nicely and reach brand new all-time peak prices, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's routine. Expectations currently are being met. So, all right then. Let's just also give you a quick little look with the player count. Yesterday, we only reached up to about 190,000 people. Today, we've reached at about 198, so almost 200,000. Basically like last year. So everything's just lining up basically exactly like last year, which honestly wasn't that bad. So, looking at all these skins, which of them potentially is the best investment for this week? I have to talk about Hazma SMD. I have to. So let's just remind you, all the way back in January 8, we saw this garage door appear. It wasn't a holiday. It wasn't affiliated with anything else. This was just an independent anime-style skin. Now, with this very rust door that you see here, so that was January 8, 2026, it actually kind of stuck around a little bit too long. If I can remember, the previous rust door, when it rotated into this one, it was a bit late. Yeah. But the next one, it was several hours late. So this appeared early morning, January 16, 2026, my time, which is, well, face punch time. If you can recall, we didn't have abnormals with the next rust door. So basically, focusing this, there was extra time to get more sales than this, and it did over 50,000 subscribers. That is an insane amount of sales. And yet still, it instantly went up in the positive. So let me just quickly show you that, yes, again, I've clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Click that. Right now, it's pushing up to almost $5. It has recovered. Look at that. Yeah, we very likely could be getting a collection of this. It instantly goes up in price. But for a while now, it was starting to struggle and suffer, like most skins, because, of course, we're going through March and April. We're expecting the dip. Oh, but you have recovered, and the prices are doing very nicely at the moment. However, what's next? What can we expect next? Well, what about a collection continuation for this? I've actually gone ahead and asked. I went to the skin creator, I went to the comments page, and I said, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we could potentially see another door? Maybe 2 doors? Aaron, they seek the double door. They need 2 girls. So, yeah. Why not make an armor double door whilst it's the focused item of the month? Just saying. But I will point this out to you. When he made the garage door, after seeing it being accepted, it took them like 3 weeks to make the sequel, the Sheepman door. So let them cook. Be patient. We very likely could be seeing another Hazma door being made. Just because you don't like anime doesn't mean you should just neglect it, alright? There's a lot of other people that happen to like it. Respect that. Acknowledge that. So, most Sheepman doors, they tend to go down in price pretty badly. I can't help but assume that's going to probably be doing quite alright. If you're to look at like previous anime style doors, more specifically Sheepman doors, we've only got like the Christmas one. That's a Christmas one, so you can't really compare to it right now. You could also point out maybe the Valentine's one from 2024. It's not really anime, but it is a girl door, and it did go up in price ever so nice. So this right here, again, You have not sold as much as the garage door. We will point that out. But let's say you do about 40,000 subscribers. I still think it's going to go up. I still think it's going to do okay. Now, of course, if we see a sequel, oh, that'll be even better. Yes, it might dip as we go through March and April. But after that, as we go through the summertime, and of course, if we do see sequels, even after that garage door went down in price, look at it now. You can expect the same thing to happen to that sheep in the door as well, if we were to see more. So, let's see what happens next. Will we see more of this collection? It is a newer skin creator, so he does take his time. But you know what? With the success he's had so far, I don't think anyone's going to complain. So, it's in your hands now, Aaron. Let's see what you make next, because I think a lot of people will be quite eager. Because if that garage door worked out lovely, a lot of people got their eyes on that sheep in the door now, and yet selling less than the garage door. Right then, so looking at all the other skins, what do I want to talk about next? Some of you might sit there and say, Hedge, oh, you've got to talk about Naval Camo, right? No, I'm going to talk about the Thompson. To my surprise, the HellCore Thompson is at the bottom. It sold the least. What? So, let's just quickly explain. Throughout all of January 2026, well, we saw consistent acceptances for the HellCore collection. Let me remind you, this is a transparent aim sight set. Basically exactly like Heatseeker collection. We very likely could have another instance of a Heatseeker collection where all the skins end up in the positive. But I don't think people are remembering. So the AK-47, if I can recall, didn't really have a transparent aim sight. The SAR did, the L96 didn't, the MP5 did, and the Thompson, it has as much transparency as you're allowed. So just to point out, yep, if you've seen the Heatseeker Thompson, it's got the exact same amount of transparency as you see here, all right? But let me also point out, Black Thompsons. Whilst this is a black and white set, it is predominantly black. Let me now go ahead and point out to you that if you were to take a look at every single Black Thompson of the past, can you close? You'll find out that they're actually doing quite all right. There we go. It's a bit slow for some reason. I guess it's still because loads of people are jumping onto it. Can I look at all of the highest price Thompsons, please? Oh, hang on a minute. Do you happen to notice that with the Blackout Thompson here? Do you happen to notice that we have the Pirate Thompson here? Ha! Now you'll scroll down and you'll notice, hang on a minute. We don't actually have that many Black Thompsons. You might sit there and say, oh, what about Factory Thompson, the factory new one? That's actually metallic. It's just the lighting there wasn't perfect. Cybercode, it's a very dark green one. Still in the positive though, right? Point made. We don't actually have that many Black Thompsons. And well, considering we have a transparent aim sight one right here, I think that's doing pretty good. You are selling for $4 though. And yet, didn't the Heatseeker one also sell for that amount? Let's go remind ourselves. If I can remember, I think it was $3, Hedge. Yeah, how's it doing right now? Oh, you know, that's currently selling for, there we are, okay, almost $10. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at that with some positivity. If people appreciate Black Thompsons, and you're not selling that much, and we are expecting more HellCore skins to be accepted after this, because let me also remind you, consistent acceptances during January, but of course, February was stacked and set. Naval update, Valentine's, Lunar New Year for 2 weeks. We weren't going to see any regular skins. But the very second we return to regular skins, oh look, HellCore returns. So this weekend, I expect to see another HellCore weapon skin to be produced. We already have the hunting bow. Next week, do not be surprised if you see another one being accepted. So yeah, don't sleep on this collection. It's all transparent aim sights. The bow has transparency. And you remember what happens to the Black Ops bow transparency, don't you? So whatever gets made next, you know what? Crossbow would be cool. Yep, crossbow would be cool. Let's go find out. Has he been asked? What are you going to make next? Because, yeah, you have to keep this in mind. People are on this and people are caring. I don't know. There's a conversation there. Anyway, so, yeah. It's in a very interesting spot. Acknowledge. So, right, cool. That's nice. What about all the other skins then? Well, I have to talk about Naval Camo. I have to. Now, let me just point this out to you. We're about 27 hours in, and yet still, I can confirm to you, the hoodie and pants, they did sell more compared to the Tier 2. Tier 2 is expected to sell a little bit less. But if we're off by about like 3,000 subscribers by the end of the day, that's not going to be that bad. But I don't blame you if you want to sell your hoodie and pants right now. $6.50, almost $8. Yeah. Congratulations if you actually bought them. I didn't even buy them. I thought with them, doing 26,000 subscribers, they would have problems. Guess what? Doesn't matter if you see collection continuations. And also, don't you think we're going to probably see some tier 3 at a certain point? Well, I can't confirm to you. Yep, skin creators have confirmed it. This right here is a collection made by Mishka and Schwansper. They're consistent with their quality. I do expect to see tier 3 this weekend. And if it's not this weekend, that's fine. It'll probably be next weekend. I expect to see the tier 3 eventually. And boots and gloves, I'd love to see it. At the end of the day, though, it's up to Facepunch if they want to accept it. Now, let's also point out a blue collection. We don't actually have that many blue sets. Skullkiller and Azul, and that's it. And those other 2 sets, they're like dark blue. They're shiny. This isn't shiny. This is not a shiny set. It doesn't reflect that much. So if you go see that for yourself, consider watching the Rust Rotation video. Yeah, you're in a very, 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 very good spot. So, yes, the hoodie and pants might have a bit of a drop-off as time goes on, but with the possibility of tier 3 on the way as well, I still think that could bounce up even higher. And with the tier 2, let me tell you this. If I see tier 3 this weekend, I'm going to buy some of those kilts. Even if it ends up selling a lot, hoodie and pants already sold a lot. So it'd just be consistent, wouldn't it? I wonder how much the tier 3 would sell. Well, we'll find out, won't we? So, yep, very interesting position. The potential to see collection continuations feels strong. And I'll sit here and say this as well. If you're hoping for Black Ops tier 2, don't be surprised if they just put that out next week. I still expect to see Black Ops collection getting continuations, all right? So, all right, cool. We'll see how this, all of this turns out and whatnot. But yeah, Naval Camo, I've got positive words for you. It's got a positive outlook. So, yep, offer your opinions. Feel free to comment below what you're thinking. And did you buy any? Gloat at me. Go on, gloat at me. Gloat at me with all the sales you're getting. If you're not sure whether you want to sell all of them right now, just sell half and then wait for the tier 3. If it doesn't come, all right, well, there you go. But if it does come, well, there you go. So, yeah, you can't go wrong then. Right then. What about all the other skins? So, I'll be honest with you, not feeling that much more confident with the other skins, but I'll give some credits to the Mercy SKS. It's the only white SKS we have, or at least the predominantly white SKS we have. So as you'll notice, we've got the limited edition, we've got Heatseeker, Wings of Death, Training, and Lunar Horses. Please acknowledge, down 44, down 21, down 30, down 27. This was going to happen regardless. It's a brand new skinnable, and the first few skins that come out, they tend to sell ridiculous amounts, and they suffer. Although, Lunar Horses, you only did about 13,000. I mean, with all due respect, Training, you only did about 24,000. But now we have No Mercy. No Mercy right now, 11,000 subscribers. I'll give you a rough estimate. I reckon that'll probably end up with around 20 to 25,000 subscribers. A very rough estimate. But yet still, it's the only white option we have. So imagine the people roaming around in the snowy tundra that is the snow biome. If they're wearing full whiteout, what are they going to want to use? It'll be No Mercy then, won't it? So, okay. When you look at like the whole collection, in many instances, we've got weapons here that just don't really have that many white options. Guess what? They get used and they get utilised. So as of now, it's going to be the go-to option for a white SKS. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up staying and maintaining its price, retaining. Maybe it might slip a little bit. It's only $2. It's not even abnormal. So I might actually consider grabbing a few. If you do not end up with like 30,000 subscribers, okay, I will look at you with a lot more positivity. But yes, we have to respect that it's the only white option we have. But give it time. Thunder Gold, Olympus, they could also appear. So that's going to be a bit of a guessing game this upcoming Wednesday when we do the abnormal barders. Now, if you don't fully know what abnormal barders are, well, let's go ahead and quickly remind you. With every rush store that we have, we do abnormal barders. So if you don't fully know, abnormal skins, they are skins that become marketable before the rush store even rotates. So we could get like an early insight into finding out, you know what? This could actually be a pretty interesting looking investment. So basically what we do Wednesday night, I hop on stream, we look at all the skins, we notice the sales, and then we make considerations. What prices do we want to offer? Then when the time is right, the skins, they'll become marketable. We'll race to get those barders down. And then afterwards, we'll look at all the barders on the skins. We'll see how many barders do they have. How high do the prices go in terms of barder offers. And we'll get a pretty clear picture into figuring out, you know what? This skin actually looks like it could retain its price. Case in point, what do we have there on display? The Chinese panel wooden double door. Priced at $3.49. There were questions of, could we see more wooden double doors like that with the same amount of transparency? Well, Easter's just around the corner, so maybe you might see that happen then. regardless, the barders were very strong. Plenty of barders, all around $3. So it just looked like a perfectly fine thing to jump in and buy. And that's what I did. I bought 30 of them straight from the Rust store, including 50 Jade Dragon roadside kilts and 30 Jade Dragon helmets, coffee cans. So yeah. Consider giving that a good watch. Watch the first 5 minutes, skip ahead to the Barders chapter, and then consider watching the abnormal Barder support. You'll be able to figure out how to approach skins in the future. Very helpful if you want to get involved with Ruskin investing. Right then. What next? So, I would like to say the Armored Double Door, but I'd have to acknowledge, with this priced at $3, and with it being the focused item of the month, there will be more Armored Double Doors. Like next week, or any other week this month, don't be surprised if we potentially have a week where we see 2 of them being accepted. Let me also remind you, for some strange reason, they picked out an Armored Double Door from a year and a half ago. I don't know why they did that, but what I can point out to you is, as of recent, we've been seeing some some nice looking Armored Double Doors being produced. So if I could go to most recent, hopefully we see some good things. There we go, yep. So I can confirm to you, we've got Space Station, we've got Tech, we've got Protector, we've got Temple, Fireflies, Dragonhorn, Scrolls of a Madman, B. Like, there's lots of collection continuations on display. I expect to see these being accepted over the course of the rest of this month. So take that into consideration. Acknowledge there's more on the horizon, and that can easily get overshadowed. This looks like it's going to comfortably reach up to 20,000 plus subscribers. If we suddenly see another one appear next week, which will most likely happen, well, that could easily start dropping down in price. I think you're better off with a buy order. But how low can you go? We don't actually have that many Armored Double Door skins, and quite a lot of them are actually doing quite all right. So we'll see what becomes of it. I'm not feeling that confident. I just don't think it could suffer too bad. Well, I guess it might be a bit of a learning experience. Look at all the other skins. I guess I'll probably go ahead and talk about the garage door. So have you seen Sinotype? It's not having a good time. If we were to remove just this garage door, the whole set now costs $30. I wonder what happened. Oh, yeah. I wonder. Anyway, Sinotype Farm garage door. If Sinotype starts to delve into other like skins, like what happens if we get like a full proper garage door set or a door collection? You know what? Farm door, furnace room. I know, a kitchen. The armory, the dressier. No, I don't know. What's the word for the clothing area? Anyway. Focus. Is that something you'd like to see? Because let me also point this out to you. This isn't the first farming garage door we've seen. You might recall last year we had the neon one. Yeah, we had the neon one. That's not doing super great, is it? It's down by half its price. And, well, do you know why? Because it had tons of acceptances before it and after it. Look at how many we saw last year. An absolute ridiculous amount. And yet, 10 weeks into this year, 12 skins already. So, yeah, okay. I'm a little bit worried for it. I'm worried that we're going to see a lot more garage doors over the course of this month. And Easter. And the rest of this year. So, keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind. So, yeah, not feeling very confident in that regard. We have this brand new AK-47. It looks pretty cool. I respect it. Brand new skin creator. Props to him. And remember, if you happen to like the style of a skin, if you just want it, just go ahead, buy it. Treat yourself. Buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creator. Keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put nice creative designs in the future, all right? But as an investment, I don't trust AK-47s, especially ones that cost $3. Sorry to say. I'm sorry. But yeah, we've seen so many of them suffer, crash, and burn. Just look at the recent ones that have come out. Oh dear, oh dear. Like gold chains, that's part of a collection. Sold for $3, already down to about half its price. Oh, so yeah, sorry to say. Don't trust it, but surely it can't go down that bad, right? Well, that'd be a discussion for when we approach it on Wednesday with the abnormal barders. We also happen to have this sleeping bag. So yeah, nice orange, doesn't glow in the dark. Bit of a fun, silly roleplay skin because it's like a life jacket, I guess. That's it really. Yeah, it's fine. I can't complain. I don't really expect much of it though. It's not even abnormal. I guess you'll just probably retain your price at best. Yeah. All right then. Then we also happen to have the little wheel spinner. So I don't know how to assess and judge spinning wheels because I just don't think you really need them. But with all due respect, that's a glow-in-the-dark mini bandit camp wheel. So that's quite funny. In your very own bases, you could go into the deep sea and set up your own little bandit camp if you wanted to, if you really wanted to. So yeah, okay, that's pretty cute. That's clever. That's nice to see. But is it still going to suffer like all the other spinning wheels? Because of course, yeah. But with all due respect, you're holding your value. You're doing pretty sweet. It's purely a decorative thing. But evidently, it seems people happen to like the glow-in-the-dark ones. So what do you think then? What's your opinion? Feel free to comment below. I guess you could say that's a bit of a wild card. What I can definitely tell you what a wild card is that I don't know what to say for this because it's the first ever barbecue. But I will sit here and say there will be more barbecue skins after this. There have been a lot of very interesting designs. So let's just quickly scroll down to here. I feel very confident that there'll be a week this month that we get 2 of these being accepted. That very likely could be next week. As you acknowledge and notice, there's a lot of collection continuations there, and there's some interesting independent designs as well. This got a lot of traction on Twitter. So just acknowledge there are more barbecues on the horizon. This could get lost in the shuffle. But with all due respect, you're the first one to be accepted. Congratulations to the skin creators. But Nuke Vibe collection isn't very in demand, is it? No. So keep an eye out. If you bought it because you liked it, that's fine. But if you're questioning, oh, do I want to invest into it? I'm not sure what to say. So that's why I saved it for last. Right, so that's pretty much every single skin. We're about 20 minutes in. That's all good. Now, I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, we have the brand new DLC. So, I will have a video talking about it. That'll be out tomorrow. Discussing how everything went down when the storage box pack appeared. So, we knew that this was coming. We've known about this since November 2025, okay? Basically, as we kept seeing more and more different types of boxes being worked on the commits, we got more and more worried. We were questioning, were you going to be a large box set? Were you going to be a small box set? We were hoping for small box because then it wouldn't affect all the pre-existing large box collections, such as neon storages, scientific storages, graffiti storages, and the brand new, still currently getting more skins accepted, Sinotype collection. There'll be a lot of screaming. There'll be a lot of crying. Oh, it's not a fun time. we were investing into your set, Face Punch, and now you just pull the rug under us. $18. 18. If it was 30, that'd have been all right. But no, they went and do this. Oh. Now, there's one thing that you should be well aware. None of these are marketable and tradable. So when you hop back over to here and you look at the neon collection, I will say I get the feeling that the neon storages will still retain their price. There's a level of prestige to these. Over the years, people have always wanted to get this set. I believe this will recover. But then you have scientific. Before all this went down, this was selling for about $130, the whole set. Now it's $80. Yeah, just because of that DLC appearing, a lot of people are acknowledging that's going to take away a lot of the customer base, the demand. So these have all started to drop off. Oh, then we had graffiti. Before everything went down, graffiti collection was selling for about $80. Well, now it's $50. We're now starting to see more of these in the red. And poor old Sinotype, about $55 just before we actually saw the actual first images of the boxes DLC. About $55. Well, we talked about it just a little bit earlier. If you were to remove the garage door, it's now $30. Quite a lot of these storage sets have lost quite a significant chunk of their value. For what purpose? Why? No, but seriously, Face Punch, why? A lot of people invested into this set, me included. Now what? I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you this though. If you wanted to get yourself a Sinotype collection for yourself, now's probably the best time. For about $30, you could get every single skin, including the ones that aren't in the brand new boxes DLC. There's no drop box, electrical box, there is no fuel box, and there is no navy box. Yeah. But what's stopping them from adding more in the future if they wanted to? And a small box set if they wanted to. Like, why did we stop the small props collection? I don't know. So it's just depressing to talk about. At least you can laugh at me as I go through all the details, talking about what happened when it appears tomorrow on Saturday, the video. Be warned, there will be screaming. Right, so what else should we be prepared for now? Keep an eye on the commits, right? We just had a big update happen. We've just had the first, like, tune-up, if you will, right? So we just had, like, this, you know, the Naval update tweaks and changes being implemented. You can't, like, ride ribs into the deep sea anymore. Cool. Bunny suit? No. Okay, well, there you go. We just found out we're getting a bunny suit. We're getting a bunny suit. Is that going to be like the costumes, such as the chicken costume and the horse costume, or is it going to be straight up a bunny suit? Let me also point out, we know we're getting a brand new Rustichet egg. A purple amethyst design. A bunny suit. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, well, there you go. That might be pretty goofy, but at least we know it's coming now. You are aware. Is that going to be pure white? Oh, hang on a minute. People might like that for the snow biome. Oh, early game white camouflage. Maybe it might have some colours to it. We'll see. Okay, cool. Understood. So, right, keep an eye on the commits. More content on the horizon. More large updates on the horizon. So, cool. Steam charts you're going to fix? Are you going to fix? Can you fix? No? All right, okay, still broken. So, yeah, I reckon tomorrow, on Saturday, we will surpass 200,000. But then after that, all expectations will be met. Prices in general are starting to drop off. Grab the profits whilst you can, because, yeah, in general, everything is expected to slowly start going down a bit more. So, yeah. Surprised to see Silly Horse Mask just instantly bounces up, though. That's now pushing up to $6. But give it time. Is it going to actually maintain that price? We'll see. So, cool. Right, anything else to mention, Hedge? Well, if you want to be aware of all the newer skin submissions that appeared this past weekend, not too many of them were accepted. Consider giving this a good watch. My Rust Workshop skin checks video, all the collection continuations are there, lots of armored double doors, and yet not a single one was accepted. Could we see meat? Could we see, potentially, some very interesting revolvers, such as Chrome and, I said Black Ops. I'm supposed to write Blackout. I've got to fix that. Blackout revolver. I made a mistake there. Whoops. So, yeah, very interesting collection continuations, but not too many of them were accepted. Consider giving that a good watch. And that's a wrap. So I think everything's all been said and done. There's the first 26.5 hours of time. My 48-hour analysis is going to be awkward. I'll figure it out. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.